Good evening, everybody. I just got my puck blooming. My brush just hit the water, and so I've got a mail call to go over. I figure while that stuff's soaking, I'll go over what I'm doing. Just putting the blade in my mongoose. I'm going to use that again tonight. I'm going to use my Ginger Garden Fougere Fern, and I'm using my Nathan Clark Wisconsin Badger Envy White Brush. And now on to the mail call portion of this. Talked about it in the round table for those that saw it. I got to briefly mention it, but let me go through the mail call. From Scotland, these first soaps, I got, these are German, but I ordered from Scotland. But Kalani, this is Gentleman, and I'm going to be going through all these in the next few days. Dubai, Earl Grey, the infamous Oriental Plum. The Shave Tank recommended most of these to me. The first two, and then the Oriental Plum. Then Ice Angel. This is a cedar wood, if I remember correctly, and menthol. So, something you don't normally see in our combination. Then I picked up from their line that's made for them. It's a melt and pour soap, but from the Gentleman's Groom Room. It's part of their Essence of Scotland line, Highland Bothy. And that is a vetiver cedarwood, mixed spices, natural honey, and single malt Scotch whiskey. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of a toned down version of Texas on Fire. I know it sounds weird. I'll have to smell the two of them together. But and then I got the Mountain Yew. That's what I'm going to use tonight. It's got enriched and fragranced with juniper, natural honey, mixed spices, cypress and fir. But then it's got CAJEPUT. Kajupt. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's got that in it. So if that isn't enough of a mail call, from Van Ulay, Troop 99, named after my troop, I got the Peach Cobbler. It's a campfire peach cobbler. It was cooked when I made it when I was a kid as a Boy Scout in a cast iron. So she put in cast iron. She's selling these on her website, molded to look like peach cobbler. This is all soap. Smells freaking fantastic. I'll use this probably Monday. I want to not feel like I'm rushed. Tonight's a late night shave. I want to be focused. I only had 3 hours of sleep, if not less. So I'll probably wait till Monday. So that's what I got. I also got some samples from Mark Tidwell, along with my Fat Arley brush back, my other Fat Arley brush back that I had loaned out for people to try. You can see it, melt and pour. Already soaked it. Just smells the juniper, the fir, the needles. You know, it's so reminiscent of walking through a pine forest. Just awesome. It's exactly what, when I saw the scent description, I was hoping it would smell like. So I'm very, very pleased. Now we just got to check performance. Obviously, being melt and pour, it's kind of depending on what they add to it. You know, it can be average, below average. It can be fantastic. It just kind of depends on what's all been added to it. It's got, I'll read the ingredients here in a minute. I haven't test lathered this, anything like that. I'm going to say that's a good enough load. Rinse it off. Yeah, that Van Ulay soap. Like I said, I'll do the review Monday. But check it out if it sounds interesting. I think she only has a few made right now. But it's got water, glycerin, sodium stearate. This is really, really, really small print, so I can go on their website and read. Sorry, I just can't read that tonight. I was going to try to read it for you guys. Get my water bowl. So I'm a little bit tonight. Been busy night between the working today, the round table, going straight to church right after that, just getting back, quick eating dinner. I went 9 hours without eating, roughly. I think is what it was, roughly. And so, starving. Quick plowed down some Arby's. And then had to get the shave in, so I'll be good for work tomorrow. Another very early day. A little dry. Lathering up easy. Doesn't appear to be at this moment yet the slickest lather. I did get this from the Gentleman's Groom Room. That's where I ordered the Kalani and this soap from. But you can also, I know for sure, I found out after the fact, you can order this from, I don't know what scents they'll have, but you can order from Razor Emporium. Okay, now this is starting to look like a better lather. The hydration's getting there. I think we're in the business. You can see plenty of lathers created. Now it's just a matter of checking the performance. Very nice smell. Find it to be more intense in the container. Should be fading a little bit. As always, I'll check at the second pass for slickness overall. It was there, the smell was there the whole shave, or the whole first pass, but it was definitely weaker than in the tub, but that can be understandable. The tub, it's more concentrated, and there's just more of it there. What is that? It's gotta be the juniper that I'm smelling. That and probably the fir. There's absolutely no problem with building a lather with this stuff at all. And I wanted to save the Kalani as well because I didn't want to feel rushed during that because I've been really anticipating getting that soap for a while. Tomorrow I will probably use the Coal River Soap Works tomorrow. I'm going to change out this blade next shade. Very straightforward scent. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see that hook well enough. Let me see if you can see the other one. You got to see in the bottom there. See, there's bits and pieces in there. From what I understand, they suspend some of the ingredients in the soap, so you actually get little chunks of whatever it's supposed to be. That's my understanding, at least. See how the slickness goes on this one. I wasn't overly, a little more water. Wasn't overly impressed with the slickness and the feel after that last pass, or during that last pass. This might be a soap that I use a pre-shave with. Dry my hand off. I don't want that to interfere with the feel. That's better. Still not I would say it's average to below average. You know, it feels good there. It's just kind of hit or miss. First time using it, so obviously a little hard to judge. But what's this? I don't have any other scents that would compare to this. So to me, it's nice, very, very nice. Is the soap going to protect you enough? Yeah. It's going to do a good enough job for you as it's doing for me here. At least on this first impression. I just feel it could use more slickness, but that could also be me playing around with water ratio, stuff like that. And they'll get another opportunity because this was just the Mountain U. I have the the Highland Bothy to use as well, so it'll get another chance to go around in the near future. Go ahead and cold water rinse, and I will be right back. I'm back. I just want to show what lather's left in there. You can see as I pull it out, see the foaminess, the airiness of those bubbles there. So not the best lather. You know, it's got a lot of little air bubbles in there. It's definitely more of a foam versus a nice slick lather. Does it? You know, it feels all right in the hands. You know, and it, like I said, it felt like it did a decent job, but I didn't feel nearly as protected as I do with other soaps. And that's not a big on melt and pours, it's just different formulas. Some melt and pours are better than others. And, you know, like I said, it's not bad, but it definitely needs some work, in my opinion. And it could, like I said, it could be a water issue. I doubt it, but it might help a little bit. Could also be a pre-shave issue, you know, if I use a pre-shave with it, which I really like the scent, so that's probably what I'll end up doing is using pre-shaves with it. Fougere Fern. Kind of tell I like this. I've used this one a good amount of times. That'll this will definitely help because my neck got a little, not beat up, but felt a little tugging from the blade. All right. Like I said, tomorrow I will probably use the Coal River Soap Works because I've yet to use their soaps. And then for those watching that have got this far, Monday I will use, I will use Troop 99. But starting with Tuesday, should I go into Kalani and do a Kalani soap battle right off the bat and knock all 5 of them out? Or do you think I should use 1 or 2 and then start coming back to other soaps? So those who have stuck with, go ahead and vote. And even if only one person gives me their opinion, that'll determine if I start a Kalani soap battle or if I just use 1 or 2 and then kind of work them into the rotation. So God bless everyone. So they used the Essence of Scotland Mountain Dew by Gentleman's Groom Room. Beautiful scent, performance. It needed some help. But it performed. It did what it's supposed to do, just not to the standard that I would normally expect. But that can be fixed with, like I said, pre-shaves, stuff like that. So God bless everyone, and we will catch you tomorrow.